Good evening. Good evening. How are you guys doing out there? I hope you're good. I hope you're blessed. Hope you're good and blessed. So I just seen some power rankings on football, and I seen the weekly picks from a couple people in social media, and everybody picking the Packers to win the Broncos. Broncos are underdogs at home. Underdogs at home. Broncos are underdogs at home. If it doesn't go to show you that the NFL world. Oh no, you're good. You're good. If it doesn't go to show you that the NFL world is biased against the Broncos, I don't know what is going to show you. You mean to tell me the Broncos have been undefeated since last year? One of the harder venues, one of the hardest places to play in the NFL this year, and a Green Bay Packer team that I really, to be honest, bro, I don't really see how they're better in any aspect of the Broncos. Um, and you got the Broncos underdog at home. Underdogs at home, my homie. Okay, okay. And then I see all the analysts and everybody picked the Packers to win the Broncos at home when Broncos got the mile high magic and they're not scared and they're just ready to go in. And you see the team with confidence, and that's how they're gonna do. You see us. You see how they do us, right? You see how they doing us, my homie. What's wrong with these dudes, man? And not to mention, Broncos know what's at stake in this game, homie. We have so much to lose. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these haters, homie? Picking us to be underdogs and losing in the Mile High Stadium. You understand that the Broncos understand we need the number one seed. Why would we lose? Why are we gonna lose? What makes these people think the Broncos are gonna lose this game, bro? And then I heard that the Packer fans are coming out here 50,000 members deep. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that they're supposed to be coming invading the Mile High Stadium like the Broncos invaded the Raiders stadium. They're supposed to overtake our stadium. Is this what the pack is telling people? Is this what the Packers are out here saying, that it's an easy win? They're coming to Denver to easily take the win from us? Man, this is where the Broncos mount up. This is where we play Bronco football. This is where the Broncos have to turn up and make statements. This next stretch, fellas, this next stretch is going to tell you what this team's all about. Now, I seen the little thing, bro, and I seen them fools disrespecting Broncos country, because to this day, I don't understand it. People still don't believe in this Broncos team. So now it's time to put in work for the city. It's time to put in work for almighty Broncos country. It's time to put in work for this playoff spot. Number one seed coming to Denver. Because if the Broncos win this game and New England loses this week, I don't see New England getting the number one seed in the playoffs. I don't see it. Broncos country could take the number one seed and make a statement. And you think Sean Payton ain't going to have these boys fired up? You don't think this crowd is going to be fired up, where it's going to be for the young dude, no love, no Jovloy, love joy, whatever you want to call him? You don't think it's going to be overwhelming for this dude? He's coming into a hostile environment, almighty 5280, and he has to come deliver, playing against a team that's on fire, bro. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see him coming into the stadium, bro, and overtaking us and just winning this game, bro. I don't see it. I can't see it. I'm not going to speak that into existence. What I'm telling you is right now, bro, this Broncos team is playing with fire, and they have a chip on their shoulder because stuff like this, my homies, you see all these analysts still don't believe in almighty Broncos country. They don't believe in us, man. Well, you know what? We don't need nobody to believe in us. We don't. Like I said, When the Broncos start rolling and it's rolling into these playoffs, I don't want nobody to start fanning us and fanboying us. I don't want people to jump on the Broncos bandwagon. I've been seeing a lot of this shit too. I'm gonna jump on the Broncos bandwagon. Stay your ass off the bandwagon. We don't need your support. We don't need anybody that was never a Bronco fan to start supporting us. So I don't want no credit from these dudes. I want to go into these playoffs and I want to have something to play for, and I want to play with some real attitude. I want to get back to that no fly zone, the orange crush. And I want to crack heads, bro. You know the logo, man. So hopefully that fires up the team. Hopefully, all this shit thinking that they not really contenders, all this shit right here, they think that we're not contenders, and they really trying to glide on almighty Broncos country. I want that shit to be in the player's heart, and they go out here and they really crack heads. I think this is going to be a low scoring game, right? I think the Broncos keep these dudes close. I think the game is going to be like 21-17 Broncos. I think we keep them close through the whole game because I don't believe that, oh boy, from the Packers is coming out here, bro. And I don't believe he's going to torch this defense. It doesn't matter if he has a kind of good game. It doesn't matter if he has an okay game. It doesn't matter about that shit, bro. He's playing against a ferocious front line, a defensive line that is about to take over the record books with sacks. He gonna come out here in this altitude? They don't play us every year. Yeah, that's crazy, Eric. I'm mind blown by this shit. I'm over here licking my chops because this right now is where we solidify who we really are, homie. This game. They want to give these fools props in the pack because they want some games in 3 games or something in a row. They want to give these dudes props and suck these dudes up. That's what they want to do. Okay. We'll let you have that shit. But when it don't go your way, I don't want to hear nobody's excuses. Oh, look how they didn't move the ball on the Pack's defense, because I think Bo Nix is about to eat. I think this week, Bo Nix is about to eat. But we'll hear the narrative from the media that it was not good enough. Even if the Broncos win, homie, let's just be real. Even if the Broncos win the pack, we're going to still have people say it was not good enough. It was not good enough. I'm sorry to break it to everybody. A win is a win, and every win's good enough. There's no moral victories in this shit. If you lose a game, we don't care about moral victories, my radas. We don't care about moral victories. So if you play the Broncos close and you lose, you don't get no damn moral victories. Because when it's playoff time, you think that moral victories help you in your playoff seeding? You might not even get in the playoffs if you have a moral victory. But people, when they play the Broncos and they lose, they get more of a moral victory than the Broncos actually get from winning. And that's how the medias have always been against Denver sports. That's why I tell everybody, it's us versus the world. That's why I tell everybody, when it comes to this media shit, and people can say, oh, you're crying in this. I don't cry. I'm not crying, bro. I could care less. I don't want the media to actually say we're good. I hate when the media bashes us and then they start putting shit in their mouth from almighty Broncos country and they got that shit slapping on their chin because now they're sucking us up. And I don't mean to be vulgar, but that's what they do. That's what they do. As soon as they can't talk no more, then they act like they're the biggest fans. I don't want their support. I don't want them fools to start saying, leave us the underdog. Just leave us the underdog for we could just slap you fools around. For we could break down narratives. That's what I like. I like to see the haters, bro, on a Monday morning and they don't even have no explanation, but sitting there looking dumbfounded because they said we were going to lose. Bro, New England is tough. Man, Mo, we ain't scared about New England. We don't care about New England. You know why we don't care about New England? Because we're worried about what's going on in front of us. Hopefully, New England at this point gets the number 1 seed, right? Because if they get the number 2 seed, let me explain something to the rod of my partner. If they get the number 2 seed, you know who they got to face that first round? They're not going to get a bye week. Broncos country's going to get the bye week. You know who they got to face that first round, my bro? They're going to face the Texans in that first round. And I don't believe Drake May has played a defense in a top 5 position. I don't think Drake May has played a defense in the top 10 position. He hasn't played no defense, but he gonna play them Texas boys. And Drake May, his little cookie about to get crumbled. His little vagina about to get popped because he hasn't played nobody. And when I look at Drake May out of every quarterback in the AFC, because of his schedule, he hasn't played nobody. He hasn't been battle prone. He's been terrorizing these bottom feeders, but he hasn't been battle prone. So if he shows up and he gets a chance to play Almighty Broncos country and it's in the number 1 seed, New England has never beat us in Denver. They can't beat us in Denver. They had a Tom Brady, bro. If he didn't beat us in Denver and John Elway went undefeated against New England, we don't care about Drake May. We're not scared of Drake May. That's probably the easiest dude on the schedule. I'm more worried about a Texan team. I'm more worried about a Texan team that got a defense. Now, if it ain't the Texans, I don't care about the Chargers. I don't care about New England. I don't care about the Colts. I don't care about the Steelers. Or, man, maybe the Ravens, but are them fools going to be there? No. They're going to be on the outside looking in. Is Kansas City Chiefs going to be there? No. They're going to be on the outside looking in. Is the Bengals? All these juggernauts that never did nothing with their life, bruh. No, don't let us get number 1 seed, my Rada, my Sadas, my gangsters, my Galliants, my homies, everybody out there, bro. It's box state business versus everybody. That's my mentality, homie. Box state business versus everybody. We want smoke with everybody. Anybody, whoever, your homies, your grandpa, your mom, your cheerleaders, your fans, your organization, your franchise. We want smoke with that. See, you see how it goes though, bro? This is what it is too. Even when Broncos win, they still have to talk. Yeah, bro, because it's naturally just haterism. If they hated on the Broncos team in the 90s with John Elway, my homie, they're gonna hate on every Bronco team. If they hated on a Peyton Manning run Bronco team, they're gonna hate on this Broncos team. That's just how it goes. It comes with the territory of being a Bronco fan. But that's what it is, man. I just wanted to say that. That's mind-blowing to see that the Broncos are underdogs in Denver. Mile High Stadium. What have they haven't lost one time this year, and they got the Packs, the overdog in this shit, homie. That's crazy, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's all good, my homies. It's all good, my Radas, because we want that shit. We want that shit. And see, this is the crazy part, bro. With all the homies that be trolling over football, I don't see the trolls and the haters no more on my channel. I don't be seeing these fools that used to talk crazy about the Broncos no more, especially Chief fans, bro. I used to like the last 2 years, I got a big population of Chief fans just hating on the Broncos. They seem to have went under a rock. These dudes done vanished. In a matter of a year, I don't see no Chief fans at all. Where are these dudes? They used to come on my channel like 6, 7 deep at a time talking crazy. And now these fools evaporated. Because you know why? There's only a handful of them Chief fans that actually are decent. They're real ones. But majority of that bandwagon ass franchise, they disappeared. Done data. They're nowhere to be found. Can somebody put a SOS? Can somebody put a missing report out for these dudes? And even the ones that come in here and just always talk about the Broncos, where are these dudes now, Mr. Corey? Where are you, Corey? Where are you? They vanished like magic. The Mile High Magic made them disappear. Where are these dudes? They was talking reckless when Broncos were down. They didn't give me no room. All they did was they would come in here and full-fledged just hating on the Broncos. Where's the homies at now? Where's the homies at now? I don't know where they are. I don't know. I don't know where them dudes are now. What it? PS2 about to shut down shit. He about to shut it down. Man, check this out. No, you know, we have a history of slapping up the Packers. Let me get this out the way. Packers, we got a history of slapping up these boys. They gave us our first Super Bowl ring, bro, and they have lost like the last, 7 games to the Broncos. And even when Aaron Rodgers was their quarterback, They lost to the no-fly zone. They were supposed to terrorize the no-fly zone. You know what happened to Aaron Rodgers and that Green Bay Packer team? He got slapped up viciously, bro. He got dominated. They ate that fool alive. I think they hit that fool like 20 times in the stadium. Because there's teams that we just kind of own over our history, over our existence, and we just kind of own these teams. And that's one of the teams, the Packers, the Slackers, these fools that think that they're going to dominate almighty Broncos country, bro. We own these dudes. It's like New England. We own these dudes. So, like the homie, he said New England, but we own these dudes. We own these dudes. Why would we even fear somebody we own? That's crazy. That's like being envious of somebody that got lesser money than me. Why am I going to be mad over somebody that got lesser money than me? If I'm balling, why am I mad over somebody that got lesser money than me? Why would I ever fear a New England Patriot? We bashed them out rigorously when they had the GOAT. So if I'm smashing these fools on a daily basis with Tom Brady at his prime, and he could never come to Mile High and beat us. We beat him with Kyle Orton, bro. That's terrible. You get beat by Kyle Orton against almighty Broncos country. If you're losing against Kyle Orton's, and then you're losing against Jank Plumbers in the playoffs, and Peyton Manning comes over here and technically just takes your cookies in AFC championships. John Elway went 16-0. We'll never fear the Patriots, Drake May or not. It's Drake May and no Tom Brady. And Tom Brady is probably the best to ever do it. Like, in my opinion, I give it to Tom Brady and probably the first two. No Patrick Mahomes. I'm never going to give Patrick Mahomes that. Tom Brady, I say because he won with two teams. If you win with two teams, two different Super Bowls, bro, okay. And I hated Tom Brady with a passion, but we used to just stay on that fool's neck. So if you have Drake May, you think we're supposed to be scared of Drake May? New England Patriot fans, you try to paint this picture to me. I want to know clearly, how do you expect Drake May, a new booty to the NFL, to come and try to dominate this defensive line, bro? It's not happening. Get that through your skulls. I know you guys, I haven't even heard from the Patriot fans, but now I'm on Twitter, right? And as soon as the Broncos have been fighting with the Patriots for the number 1 seed, now we got Patriot fans coming out Broncos fans because of Drake May and Bo Nix. And we didn't even start it, bro. They just don't like Bo Nix. We honestly say, a lot of people say Drake May's pretty good, right? Everybody, I agree. He's been doing his thing. But then I got an argument. Who has he really beat? Who has he been battle prone against this year? Who has he really went head to head with? What defense? And I beg to differ. I don't see nobody. I know the Broncos haven't won in the fashions you think of fantasy football, but the Broncos are battle prone, homie. The Broncos don't lose close games. The Broncos don't lose in the city. We could be down by 3 possessions and we'll find a way back in the game. We're battle prone. That's a Super Bowl type of team. It's not always about blowing teams out. You've seen what Patriots did when they blew everybody out in the 18-0 season. They literally lost in the Super Bowl. Real teams that win, they're the ones that are battle prone, Marauders. They're the ones that know how to win at the end of the game. They don't break. Even if they're down, they don't crumble. The cookie don't crumble. They know how to win. And if the Packers are close to hands reach in this game coming up, and they don't get off on us and put up 4 possessions on the Broncos defense, and they don't do that, and they're close and hands reach and Mile High, there's probably almost a 90% chance they do not win the game. You do not win the game in the first 3 quarters. You better have, and this is, I'm trying to give these Packer boys some advice. You better put 4 touchdowns on us in the first and second quarter. Because if you're in hands reach and it's a field goal or even a touchdown, you're going to have the Mile High magic. You're going to have Bo Nix go down your throat at the end of the game, and you're going to leave the Mile High with a loss. And all them fans, they say supposedly about to be invading our stadium, because that's all I'm hearing on Twitter. Oh, they're going to be 56,000 deep in the Mile High. And where does this happen? Because even the teams that come out here deep, they'll never invade our stadium like we ever invaded, like we invaded the Raiders stadium. Nah, that's not going down. You don't just invade the Mile High Stadium. There's no way you're just going to overtake that shit. I'm sorry to tell you. In our worst days, nobody just invaded. There was one game. I'll give the Steeler fans, all right? I was in prison, bro. The Broncos were terrible. The Steelers came out here deep. They were super deep. And I'll talk about there was terrible towels all around the stadium, right? They were buying tickets for like 2,000 a pop. 2,000 a pop. But even in that time, bro, they never just overtook the stadium. No bueno. They would never be deeper than the Bronco fans at our stadium, regardless of how bad we are. It doesn't matter. You ain't not gonna be deeper in our stadium than Broncos country. That's just how it goes. I won't believe it till I see it. Yeah, that's how I feel. So to that note right there, to the Packer fans that are coming out here, that keep saying that, you just gonna come out here to take the walk of shame. You gonna come out here to take the walk of shame. You gonna feel stupid because you spent all your money, all that money, because obviously the Packer fans, they buy up tickets. They gonna spend all this money. And when the Broncos win this game, they're going to feel stupid going down them ramps, the walk of shame. They're going to feel like a female that just had a long night and she got ran through. And then the fools in the morning said, hey, I'm not giving you an Uber. You're going to have to find your own way home. Looking dumb coming out the stadium with their cheese heads. Looking stupid. Like, fool, why did you even come out here? Why'd you even come out here? Why did you spend your money to try to do that? Why would you do that to yourself? The walk of shame. Knowing damn well it's embarrassing. Because that's an embarrassing. If you're on top too, and you got to come all the way down, you got to hear people yelling down that ramp, bro. And you got to just look stupid with your opposing team's fan jersey. You gonna feel dumb. I spent all that money just to get shellacked by the team we was supposed to be, because that's what it is. And then this is what we're going to hear. We beat ourselves. We beat ourselves, because anybody that ever beats the Bronco, it goes to, we beat ourselves. We beat ourselves. It was not the Broncos that beat us. It was we beat ourselves. We beat our. No, I agree. I agree, Mo. But the contents of the whole point is they're telling us we're not winning. So any given Sunday, I agree. Any given Sunday, if you don't come play, any given Sunday. My whole point is, bro, everybody gonna pick the Packers over us? How's everybody? I seen a thing and it was like one person that picked the Broncos at home. Everybody. And shout out to Adam Rank or whatever his name is, because he picked the Broncos in every game. He's been on fire. So shout him out. He don't care. Salute to that dude, Adam Rank. He been riding with the Broncos since the beginning of this season. But everybody else picked the Packers. And I'm hearing maybe a domination, like they figure something out. They figure something out about this Broncos team we don't know. Just like the Broncos really beat the Colts, refs saved them. Yeah, we should be undefeated. The Charger game, bro. We should have actually won the Charger game. But let Chargers fans, they just act like they just crushed us. They act like they just dominated us. They just don't want to see Bo Nix win. Yeah, bro. And you know what? I'm glad they don't. I'm glad, because every time, bro, that the Broncos are not picked and Bo Nix is hated on, all the narratives get crumbled, and you see these fools on analysts, and they look dumb in the morning. Watch a podcast or a show after a Bronco win, and they are they're tongue twisted, they're folding under their words, they're literally falling, looking stupid, don't even know what to say, and it's a beautiful thing. Hey, man. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo, my buddy. Hey, we have an AFC championship against you too in 97, brother. See? I got firepower for some Steelers, man. Let's just keep it. We don't want no problems with the Steelers right now. Make sure you just get to the playoffs, all right? Make sure you get to the playoffs, because I'll bring up Tim Tebow. Don't get Tebow time. Don't get that Tebow mania. Because Tebow mania, bro, man, don't get me started on the Tebow year when man, you remember when Tebow did the Steelers dirty in the playoff, bro? He and Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace to the homie. Man, are you? What are you? Oh, that might be. Hey, nah, but y'all did get us the AFC champ, but we did get you an AFC championship too. Make sure you get back to the AFC championship, Marada. Don't let them Baltimore Ravens take that from you, Big Mo. But that might not be the best thing though for the Steelers, because you know why? The Steelers, man, they're having their own problems. And if we got, and if let's just be real, if we have to face the Steelers in the playoffs, that's a guaranteed win. Like, let's just be Aaron Rodgers. That's a no bueno for this defense, man. So just give us the win if we face the Steelers. Just give us the W, big homie. Just give us that W. Just send it over, man. I won't even hold it against any Steeler fans if they just be like, hey, we're giving this to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game really put the NFL on notice. This game will. What can they say after this? But the refs, the refs helped the Broncos. The refs. Let's talk about the refs. Uh, I think we will probably lose one more game before the playoffs because I mean, that's probably any smart fan that knows the streak thing, bro. Like you probably do want to lose a game, but it's hard reality right now too because we're playing for the number one seed, and New England is they're up there too. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, nah, we'll see. Ooh, he said not if. Hey, I'll say like this, man. I'll say like this: two of our Super Bowl championships, we actually went through Steelers in two of the championships, Mo. So you guys actually have blessed us with two championships. You guys actually are the reason why we got to championships. So Steelers, like I said, they're a big part of our success. They're a big part of the success, my bro. 97, Cordell Stewart. We went into Pittsburgh. AFC championship, my brother. AFC championship, and we got that Super Bowl. And you know what John Elway did? Right after that, he won another Super Bowl. 2015. You guys were actually supposed to win that game. But somehow that mile high magic came and Peyton Manning goes off in the sunset. For the next game, ooh, that's a hard one right here though, bro. Because we need to beat the Packs. We have to. Drake May would take two on top of two defense overall at home too. He ain't winning that. That'd be lovely. I would love to see that. I would love to see Drake May lose two more. Because I'm not like everybody else, bro. I'm not on this Drake May. I'm not on this Drake May wave. I'm not. The reason why too is, man, I look how crazy people analyze this game. So Drake May, his whole season, if you go look, bro, he beat some below average teams, lesser than mediocre. That's who he's beat. And he's been getting praised, bro. They're saying this was a new dynasty, and I'm like, damn, bro, beating the lower the bunch, huh? But when the Broncos they're playing battle prone and the ways they're winning, now people are worried. It's like kind of crazy to me. It's ludicrous. It's shenanigans. Watch when Bo Nix leads Denver to a Super Bowl, when everyone gonna come out saying, I knew. Yeah, that's how it goes. But I got receipts. Man, but how is he a beast, Rada? How is he a beast when he ain't beat nobody? He's not, he hasn't. Let's see when he goes into playing teams that are all playoff teams. Because we can't really say anything until he really beats a competitor. We can't say that. We can't say that. He don't even have no playoff experience either, man. That's another thing is too. He hasn't even been to a playoff game. So how does he know what that even is gonna feel like? You know who's been to a playoff though? Your boy Bo Nix. He already feeling it. He already been there. Rookie year, he went to the playoffs. Now, it didn't turn out the way he wanted it to, and it's not surprising because the Broncos went to the playoffs and they weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs last year. They were fighting uphill against crazy scenarios, and some way they go to the playoffs. Playoffs? And everybody said it was a fluke. But now, second year the sophomore slump comes and he's back in the playoffs. Top seed, dethroned the Kansas City Chiefs. And everybody's still trying to doubt my boy Bo Nicky Nix. Man, no, Bo Nix don't care. He's just out here firing, homie. He's ready to fire on all cylinders. I watched him play this year, fam. Yeah, he's pretty good. I'm not saying he's not pretty good. Definitely. I watched him play too. But I don't know who he played that gave him a run for his money. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He's in for a rude awakening, Rod, if he has to come to Denver. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, my Rod. If Drake May has to travel to the Mile High for a playoff game in this altitude, the 5280, crazy scenarios, them fans going crazy, the orange wave, the altitude sickness, Drake May, it's going to be too much for that dude. Shellacking. There's going to be a shellacking in the Mile High. What up, Big Jess? Yeah, I don't know either, Jess. It was mind-blowing. I seen this shit. We're underdogs at home. We are underdogs at home, Rada. We are underdogs. But, it is what it is. We'll live the underdog life. Go Broncos, man. Let's turn up on these dudes. Let's go Broncos. Let's turn up on these dudes, man. It's time to make a statement in this NFL world. It's time to make a statement. From here on out, this is where it counts. Our playoff run starts now, homie. So, we got some work to put in. But after this Packer game, if the Broncos win this game, and I feel like they got an advantage. I feel like right now the Broncos have the best advantage right now. If the Broncos win the Packers, it doesn't matter how they win. If they win, I don't care about style points or none of that shit. I don't. I want to see a win. I don't want to hear from people no more, man. I don't want to hear. I'm not going to listen to any hater that talks about the Broncos in a bad way. If they beat the Packers, I'm done listening to everybody. I'm done trying to even see what you're even saying. You can't even penetrate this thing no more. This will be a shield. And until you can prove it wrong, I'm not listening to your craziness. Because I think you fools be high when you be doing these shows. I think you fools actually be hella high. We got a pandemic out here, bro. Fools are smoking some dope. They really out here high when they be picking this shit. They smoking dope. We got a bunch of football analysts and people that literally think that they sports gurus because they play some Madden. These fools be playing the Madden game and they think they're sports guru. These fools be thinking that they're the sports guru and they could tell us what's going on in the NFL. Man, come on. Stop it. But hey, my high salute to everybody, bro. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm about to see this game, see a little bit of this game, I came over here to talk to all the homies, came over here to see how everybody feels about that. Because I looked at that shit and I thought that shit was ludicrous. Yeah, all of them. And you know what's funny, Big Jess? You know what's crazy? Every game going into them games, we were gonna lose, right? Every single team. I remember the Eagles game, bro. There was no way we were beating the Eagles. I remember the Giants, no way. They said a rookie dude was gonna win the Broncos, homie. That's what they said. And then they said that the Cowboys were gonna dominate us because they had the number one offense at that time. Super Bowl champion Eagles. And nobody believed that we actually win the whole NFC East. And then it was flukes, right? The whole narrative changed. You didn't beat nobody. How do you fools? How did you guys switch that up in a matter of a week? How did you switch that up? You didn't beat nobody, but a week before you're saying all these fools are actually going to beat us. You fools is crazy out here, man. These fools be switching up. They don't bring that same energy, man. And then you see these fools trying to contemplate and figure it out. Why is this taking place? It actually has been fun. It's been fun, bro. It's been fun like this last season, homie, like watching this shit because I love when people say you can't do something. I love it. I love to watch these dudes be wrong about this shit, man. You can't do it. You're not going to do it. And then you do it and now it's all the excuses in the world. And for a minute, my partners, my homies, these fools had some of the Bronco fans starting to think otherwise. Now I love the fan base. I do. I love my fellow Bronco fans. I love my fellow Bronco fans, right? And I love the homies. I love the community of Broncos country. But I tell you like this, some of these analysts have Broncos country in the uproar. They had their minds. They started listening to this shit. Some people started listening to what these dudes were saying, and you started seeing I seen the craziest shit come out of the fan base, bro. I never seen before. And that was it was such a bad look because everybody, it seemed like the sky was falling every single week. And that's kind of what the mindset of Broncos country got there for a minute. It didn't matter if we won games, like fools were really still mad about how we were winning games. And I understand you want to put points on the board, but you got to look at all scenarios when it comes to that shit. You got to look at what the situation was at the time, right? You got to look at every scenario that surrounded the team. And if you're getting a W at the end of the day and you're learning how to win, you got to be happy about that shit. But some Bronco fans was not happy about that shit. And I was trying to tell some of my fellow Bronco fans, y'all got to calm down, man. Y'all have to calm down. Cuz it's going to turn around. And then when you see it turn around, we know you're going to be full-fledged. So just relax. Just chill out. We got a young quarterback that loves to learn. We got a very smart team around him. You think they're going to let this dude fail? You think they're going to let our quarterback fail, bro? We have a team around him that's playing for him. And some Bronco fans were they were mad, homie. And I seen that everywhere on Twitter, YouTube, social medias. We have Bronco fans going hard on the Broncos. And I know the expectations out here sometimes dilute the mindset. But it doesn't get built overnight. It doesn't get mad. It doesn't get built overnight. Sometimes shit takes like years to build a solid foundation. When Sean Payton came to this team, bro, you already knew that Sean Payton was going to get shit under control. It's just in him. He knows how to do that shit. You had to be patient. You had to be patient. You had to be patient, Rada. And what happened? Oh, yeah, they do. Our offense was terrible with fucking. Our offense was terrible in the previous years. Yeah, hell yeah, not for sure. For sure. I was telling people, though, I told everybody, man, be patient. Even when it was hardships, I was like, be patient, my Radas. He gonna get this shit under control. And I can't speak for everybody else, but I wanted Bo Nix in the draft. Before all these mock drafts were coming out, I looked at everybody. I looked at all the quarterbacks that were coming out the draft that year. And yeah, McCartney and Drake May and all this, bro, all of them were cool. They were all good. They were all good. But but Bo Nix just had this, he had the if factor that you want with a leader. His demeanor, his energy in college, bro. He just looked before his time in college in Oregon. He just looked the par. And I said, with Sean Payton, I said, that's the dude right there, bro. And that's who I really wanted was Bo Nix. So when they drafted him, I knew this shit was going to get turned around because you got a coach that just, he's proven. He's proven. And a lot of people said that this fool was, he reached for Bo Nix. Man, they said he overreached for Bo Nix. Overreached for Bo Nix. Imagine if Bo Nix went to the Raiders, man. They would have ran that fool to the grave. So we come to this, man. And I'm not gonna hold you too much more. I'm not gonna hold you too much more, my riders. Sunday, 2:25. I think the game's at 2:25. The road to the playoffs has begun full fledged for almighty Broncos country. And this is where we make a statement game, fellas. This is where we show the NFL world. This team's for real. And we go to war, homie. Sunday, it's wartime. All the fans that are going to the game, if you're going to the game, this is the game that you have to turn up. I want the fans to be so loud, like they were loud the last game. You're making Jordan Love's ears burst. I don't want to see fans in the stands sitting down this game. This is not the time, fellas. This ain't the time. Y'all need to bring back that old order of the Mile High Stadium back in the 90s and 80s. You guys need to be so turned up where you then Packer boys come into the stands, bro, and they just like, damn, this is what we got to play against. Intimidating factor of the stands. I wish I was going to this game. But I'm not going to the game. My family's going to be there. A couple of my uncle's going to be there. But hey, that's what it is, man. Well, God bless everybody, man. Packers finna get shredded back to Wisconsin. Yes, sir. I could feel it. I could feel it going in the air tonight. Hey, y'all have a beautiful night, man. Go Broncos. We got a couple more days till it's war. And that's the start of the new stretch right here, man. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Shout out to the fams. And that's what it is. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. Let's go.